Hello, and welcome back to this evening's episode of Held Dominance for more Super League highlights. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. It's Friday, it's more Super League, and coming up, highlights from 2 games. So Friday night is upon us, and what am I doing? I am watching Super League and enjoying myself and bringing you the highlights of all the games. The 2 games in question, Huddersfield Giants versus Hull FC. This time I get it all, not the Robins. And also Wigan Warriors versus Warrington Wolves in the live game that was shown on Sky Sports. So, what have we got in store for us in these 2 games? Well, in our first game, Hull travelling to Huddersfield Giants, it's Huddersfield that are looking to wrap up 3rd spot in the coming weeks in hopes of a more favourable playoff clash when it comes to the end of the season playoffs. One of the teams who they could meet in the playoffs has come to town in the shape of Hull FC, who need a win to bolster their hopes of becoming a top 6 side themselves, as they currently sit 7th in the table. It should be an intriguing battle, and a win would be a boost for either team, considering that Hull KR and the Robins have won to put more pressure on the Black and Whites. Huddersfield will be boosted by 2 high-profile returns, with Tui Lolohea back from injury, whilst Leroy Kudjoe is back from a ban. Kudjoe has also signed a new 1-year contract extension at the Giants to see him through 2023, and Sam Hewitt, who has come on leaps and bounds this season, has signed a new 2-year deal with the Giants, keeping him at the club. For Hull FC, Connor Wynne is back from a ban for the club, who, like Huddersfield, have 2 players back this week. The other is Chris Sarte, who's back from injury. So, these 2 sides are typically physical. The strength of both sides is in the centre of the field, which will make this a tough contest. Though the methodical Giants may just have the advantage over the Black and Whites in this tough but one way, I predict, game. Let's see if I'm right. Let's get on to the team news. For Hull FC, it is quite simple, as there is only one change to the starting lineup, as Connor Wynne comes in for Fiji international Miteli Vulikijapani, and this despite the fact that Vulikijapani has just recently signed a 2-year contract extension with Hull FC. The only other changes for the team will be on the bench, as Harvey Barron and Jordan Johnston miss out in the 17 completely, as Joe Lovidua and Chris Sarte both return to the Hull squad for the game against the Giants. Will Smith continues at halfback in his 2nd game for the Black and Whites. Now on for the Giants. Tui Lolohea does indeed return to the squad, with Will Price moving to halfback, which means that Ollie Russell misses out in the starting lineup and also drops out of the 17 completely. In the forwards, there seems to be just one change, with Josh Jones dropping to the bench, starting instead of being in the centres last time out, as Leroy Kudjoe comes back into the team, and that means it is only a place on the bench for Sam Hewitt, who misses the game. Misses the starting lineup for the first time in a few games. Also on the bench, we have Joe Greenwood, Jack Ashworth and Danny Levi to add some impetus off the bench, swapping with Adam O'Brien, whose uptick in form coincides with his return to the Giants team. Hull FC got the first points on the board after Jake Connor found Jack Walker, who went over in the corner for the opening try of the game. Hull's day even got better as the Black and Whites went in once again. After a flowing move down the left edge, Connor Wynne found Jack Walker, who found Danny Houghton, and Wynn got on the end of the ball to got on the end of this move to score their second try. It was 10-0 at half-time to Hull FC. And despite this, Huddersfield came out roaring, and the dancing feet of Will Price got Huddersfield into the 10-metre mark. It was on the last tackle, and they decided to run it. Theo Farge found Leroy Cudjoe, who found Tui Lolohea, who went over for their first try to the home side. Hull, though, went in for a third try. This time off a Jake Connor grubber into the in-goal area. It was Ellis Longstaff who just got there in time for their third try of the game. Hull were leading 16 points to 6 at this point. But next it was Theo Farge who came off a scrum play, who did enough to bundle himself over to get Huddersfield's second try. 2 became 3 after a great Yates drive into the middle of the posts. It was set up for Danny Levi to dive over as the defence wasn't ready or set. He saw the man on the ground and went over. Danny Levi got the win for Huddersfield, as again he went over from dummy half, talking to Theo Farge on the last tackle, and he dummied and went over. Some sleeping defence there from Lovidua, and Huddersfield got the win. Second week in a row, Huddersfield come from behind to win 22 points to 16 over Hull FC. Now on to the second game, Wigan Warriors versus Warrington Wolves. And this is always a huge fixture, but doesn't have the same stakes as many expected it to have at the start of the season, when the fixtures were first released. Many anticipated that this would be a big tussle for the playoff race, but instead, Wigan are firmly settled in the playoffs, while Warrington are striving to banish any fears of relegation. As things get tougher for Darryl Powell's Wolves, can they pick up a vital win against the rampaging Wigan side, who put 40 on a depleted Hull KR side? Wigan have problems at 9, with Thomas Lulai still out injured, Sam Powell joining him, and also young Brad O'Neill controversially suspended. Fortunately, Brad Singleton returns from a ban that he picked up at the Magic weekend, which again was another controversial decision. For Warrington, George Williams should be back for the wire after missing defeats at the Huddersfield. He'll make his 250th appearance against his former club. Thomas Michaelis should be fit enough to play, but the new recruit Matt Duffy will miss the next few weeks due to injury. The thing Warrington must do is shut Jai Fields and Bevan French, which will make it easier said than done. If they can, then the next hurdle they need to leap is staying in command of the game late on, which is something they have struggled with recently, with notable defeats in the last few moments against Salford and the aforementioned Huddersfield. Let's go through the team news for Darryl Powell's and Matty Pete's sides. The away side have named Josh Fewlis as Matt Duffy's replacement at fullback, due to the Australian new recruit being injured for the last game. Greg Minikin drops out of the starting lineup with Connor Wrench on the wing, with Peter Matautia and Jake Wardle being the centres, Matty Ashton on the other wing. Stephen Ratchford and George Williams are the halfbacks, as Matautia filled in last time at standoff, but with George Williams coming back in, he does indeed play his 250th game against his former side. In the forwards, we have James Harrison coming into the starting lineup in place of Kyle Amor, who misses out of the team at this time out, and Robbie Mulhern will continue in the forwards. Darryl Clark will continue at halfback, with Ben Curry and Bravocacious reception will be received for Matty Nicholson, who comes back to the Wigan Warriors since the controversial move. Jason Clark drops to the bench, so Oliver Holmes starts in place of him. which means the rest of the bench means Joe Bullock, a former Wigan player also. Danny Walker comes onto the bench instead of Jason Clark. That's Kyle Amor's position in the squad, even. Kyle Amor, that is. And Thomas McHaley does indeed make it into the starting 17. Onto the home side then, and it's Jake Bibby who returns to the starting lineup after missing the whole KR game due to a slight niggle, and that means that Kai Pearce-Paul moves to the second row in place of the missing Liam Farrell out of the side. Liam Marshall completes the back lineup with Cade Cust and Harry Smith continuing at halfbacks. Mike Cooper faces his former club after the unceremonious split, but he'll get a warmer reception from the Warrington Wolves fans than Matty Nicholson will get from Wigan fans. Liam Byrne is the other starting forward, with Willie Isa joining Pearce-Paul and Morgan Smithies in loose forward position. With Brad O'Neill suspended, Brad Singleton will take his place, but otherwise it's unchanged as Patrick Mago, Cade Ellis and Oliver Partington continue on the bench. It is Wigan who get the first crack at a try, and after Harry Smith and Jai Field magically get the ball to Bevan French, it looks like he downed the ball for the try. But the video referee was called into action. Despite the referee calling for a try, it looks like that Bevan French had his foot in touch before he dived over spectacularly the despairing Warrington tacklers. So it was given as a no try by the video referee, which was the right decision. Not deterred by this, Warrington were the first ones to get points, and after Warrington went close after a rampaging run to the try line from James Harrison, a kick from George Williams was caught by Ben Curry, who did enough to get the ball down just before the try line. It was a very difficult catch and put down, but brilliant try from the Warrington man. Wigan came back though, and after a great break by Bevan French at Jai Field, it looked as if Wigan had bombed the first attempt at the try by not going to Jake Bibby on the left hand side, but the dancing feet of Bevan French finds Sam Alsol, who went over in the corner. It was 6-4 at the half-time mark because Warrington converted their try from Stephen Ratchford. Wigan started to play a bit better as tactical changes came afoot, and some great play from the left edge found Kai Pearce-Paul, who magically gets the ball out from underneath 3 Warrington players, and the ball was passed on to Jake Bibby for his try. In this game that gave Wigan the lead. Harry Smith added the extras, and it was 10 points to 6. Wigan went again. After a Patrick Mago pass went to ground, the ball was flung out to Liam Marshall for his first try of the evening. It's going to be a fantastic night for Liam Marshall, as you see here. After Bevan French attempted to get to the ball, he caught it and got the ball out wide to the winger. Another offload off the catch for Liam Marshall to go in once again. And 2 became 3 off another Harry Smith kick. Kai Pearce-Paul challenged for the ball, but the ball came loose and found Liam Marshall to go in for the 3rd try. The video referee was asked about that try, and it came off the Warrington man to give him the try, and a hat-trick ball. Next it was Jai Field's magic feet, who found the gap in the Warrington defence to go in the corner for the final points of the game. Another game to forget for Warrington Wolves, as they were defeated 32 points to 6 at the DW Stadium. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode and of the games in the comment section below. It's open to you all. First of all, let's have a look at the second game. Warrington Wolves. They should have enough about them to avoid the drop, but confidence is low. The defence is quite porous, and they don't last in games. They're looking over their shoulder where they really shouldn't be able to, but they should have enough about them to stay up. That's why I'm going to make a prediction at this point. Wigan, march on. They're making it harder and harder for St Helens. Waiting for St Helens to respond. They should respond because of their defeat last week, and also they are yet to play this weekend. The other game, Huddersfield beating Hull FC. Hull FC downed after Warrington found their minerals to defeat the Black and Whites. The Early Birds. I don't know if it's gone back to the same old, but it's still work to be done for that team. They might not make the top 6 after this. Anyway, good win for Huddersfield on this one. All the players are coming back as well, so there'll be a force in the playoffs. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments section below. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And in the meantime, please stay safe. I wish you all the best. And I'll see you in the next episode.